Hi everyone, so in today's video I'll be doing that card you just saw there. It is for the Spellbinders July 2024 stitching die and clear stamp and die of the month. I did a whole unboxing on these guys. I'll link that video in the description box because today we'll just jump right in, but I've discussed all these different things for the stitching die of the month and even the stamp of the month. But the stitching die, it's called Stitched all wrapped up, and then we have the clear stamp Christmas Magic Sentiments. So you just have all these sentiments that are really great. Some of them can just stand alone, or you want to pair them, maybe the words with the extra, lettering or wording. Stamp it, die cut it. Again, these come in different ways where you can just pick up the photopolymer stamp set, the stamp and the die, or in the is also a club kit, or in the deluxe caboodle, of course. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So if you are new signing up, you can do that till just about the end of the month. There's like a blackout period of maybe 5 or 6 days. And if you're already a current member, yours probably were already slated to go out. So hopefully you receive those very soon. And as you are a club member, you do get 10% off the site and, bonus perk type things here and there. Especially in the deluxe caboodle. Every month you get at least 1 bonus item. Sometimes it's 2. So today we're going to jump right in. So what happens is sometimes, like I mentioned, the deluxe caboodle, I know some people have it and then they have a glimmer, but they don't have the better press, or they have the better press, but they don't have the glimmer. So I like to show different ways to use the better press plates or the glimmer plates. And sometimes people don't care for stitching, and some people do. So if you're in the stitching die because you have the deluxe caboodle and you're like, oh, okay, I like to give people different ideas. So today we're probably going to not stitch these guys, but if you were to stitch it, you're just going to run it through with that plate, right, with that die. And it's going to have little holes. And this one, all you're doing is up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, it's super simple. And that's another reason why I'm like, I don't know if I need to make a whole tutorial on that. Because it's just literally going up and down, in and out, in and out, in and out. And you're just going to decorate that way. Same thing with this guy. Same thing with this little tab. You do have one tail, but obviously that's the center. This is like accent for your bow here. What happens is this piece should go behind. So it looks like your card is wrapped. Right? And then you have these end tab pieces to help it finish it off. One on this side and one on this side. We're going to use them today. I just kind of wanted to show you that. And then we have this little decorative area that's really cute. So you have this piece just for decoration. You can use that. You can use it with the inlay. Again, just to start, just the same pattern we do very often, or the Spellbinders does very often. So you just go around the little circle. And then you have this other piece that you can put on top of that even. So it just finishes it off really nicely. So that's what you have that. But let me grab some papers, and I think it's going to be a pretty quick video because we're just going to run these guys through and make our card. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I have a standard A2 size card base here. I do have the Spellbinders Handmade Holidays Christmas kit that has a ton of card bases, but I went ahead and made my own. I'm going to grab some papers from that card kit. That's why I brought that out. Every year, whenever they bring out this guy, you'll see I will continue using it all throughout my holiday cards because it just is geared for that, and I always just gravitate towards grabbing papers from that. So A2 size, you can put this on any size really, but I went for A2, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 if you're making your own card base. I believe this extends all the way to the very ends of your papers, so I generally do matte layers, and you can still do that, you just cut off the excess, but I'm just going to go ahead and matte layer my whole card top since that's how it's created. So I'm going to go in here and just pick out some papers. I think the bow I will cut from some of the cardstock and just make it look very more 3D, Ooh, look at this paper. That's really elegant. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're gonna use it. In my mind, I'm thinking a red bow, but what about if we do a gold bow? Okay, so let's go with that paper. That is super, super elegant. I mean, any of these would look so pretty. Oh, and you can even cut a little tag from this. Should we do that? Should we do that? We will see if it's the same kind of like perspective. Lead, I'm saying a little tag. Let's see about that. So I'll have that guy there. Sorry, I just put everything that has to do with this collection in here, and so it's just kind of popped in here. So if we're going to do a gold bow, I'm going to grab this gold. We do have an accent piece on it. So, I think I cut some of this gold up before. Let me grab a scrap of it. That was the scrap of it. I've noticed it's kind of like a greenish gold. I don't know if you can see that. It's not super duper gold. I mean, it has like a little different tone to it. But anyway, Hopefully the reflective nature of that doesn't bother us as far as filming here. So let's cut this down. If you have a precision die set, that would be really nice. Spellbinders has 2 sets that are A2 size that go together. So you cut every 1/8 of an inch because of those 2 sets, like if you have both of them. But let's go ahead and cut this 4 1/4. Or 5 1/2. Of course, you can use these for something else. And I'm just going to glue that down, okay? So I'm going to glue that down so we don't, well, I wouldn't misplace it. It's a pretty good sized piece of paper, but I'll glue that down and we'll continue on. So, we will need this guy on this piece here. We need one of those. We need 2 of this tab, right, to finish it off. We need 1 center, 2 of this, and 1 of each of these guys. And since that is gold, I think to do the accent, I'll use this kind of pearlescent gold paper. This is from a Spellbinders kit from a while back, but it's basically their pearlescent paper. So I think that'll be a good accent. We just need an accent color. And so I will be right back. Okay, guys. And if you have the Scout, like if you have a smaller machine, these will definitely go through that very easily. So I didn't give measurements because you can kind of tell these aren't the biggest dies. A lot of times I give a measurement if the dies are pretty large, because depending on your machine, it may or may not work for you. Okay. So we have this guy, so I'll probably start off with that one right down the center. Gonna use the wet glue. If you're using a wet glue, this is coated on both sides. It's gonna take a little while to set up. So just, I still don't put too much because I don't want it to like possibly permeate, but it really doesn't, because the way these are coated, the glue just stays there. And I'm eyeballing this completely. I mean, if you want to use your grid to kind of see if you're right in the center, you know, it should be 2. It should be right in the middle of like 1 3/4, I guess. A good thing I checked, because that was actually crooked. So there you go. Something like that. I don't know. Let me see. 1. It's about a 1/2 inch piece, though. There you go. Needs to go over just a little bit, guys. Sorry. Like an 1/8 of an inch. Isn't that funny? Okay. Something like that. And the only reason I'm measuring is because I'm actually... This is it, right? This is our focal point, so you do want that to be pretty much where it needs to be. Let's talk about the bow a little bit. This portion, you can put this accent piece so that it is facing up, or it's facing down. That's not the right one. So we have 2 of these. They cut from the same thing, but they're not identical. See how that one fit better? Ah! Okay. That looks really nice. I like that accent. I wasn't sure what to put as far as I was thinking of brown or something like that, but I went with that pearlescent gold, and that looks really good. So if you're thinking about making yourself a little foily metallic bow, that pearlescent really goes right along with that. Okay, so what I was gonna say about this guy is that it can be facing up, that accent, or you can have the accent facing down, whatever you think looks best for your bow, right? I think either way it looks really good. So, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to see is if this middle piece just completely nestles together. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is actually put glue on this. And you can definitely put dimensionals in here. Again, this is going to take a little while to set up, but what I can do is hold that there. And put this piece here. Okay. Just holding that together really nicely. I'm going to give it a few seconds. I'll be right back. Down for a second. Then we have these pieces, right? Again, that just basically finishes off your bow. So where do you want your bow to be? Do you want to use your grid line so you can see exactly where you're putting these guys? And for me, yeah, the bow can be kind of here. So I'm just going to put a little glue. And again, you can use your grid lines to help you see just about where you're putting them. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. It's about 1/8 of an inch above this one here. I'll do the same thing for this side. Maybe a little higher up. Okay, so we have those two. And then you can imagine this guy comes in here. And then we have our tails. So maybe I'm going to pop that up. So maybe we just take the tails and kind of... You can also give your tails a little zhuzh so that they're not just flat, right? You know. Or we can do this. This is what I'll do. We'll use some dimensional adhesive to pop the tails up just a little bit at the base, at the very end of them. Right here. Oopsie. Take the carriers off, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so for our tails, I'm going to put a little glue here. I'm not going to push that down quite yet because I need to see where this other part needs to go, so I'll do that in just a second. But let's put a little glue. I did take the backs off, I'm just, like I said, not pushing it down quite yet. I put dimensions on this and I can still see that it still hasn't set up because, again, it's not porous, right? So that's going to give us a little issue for now, but there you go. I put dimensionals here and I'm going to glue that center down. I mean, you guys, they do such a nice job. So I'm definitely going to have to hold this for a little while. You can definitely use, you know, hot glue, something like that, especially with this shiny paper here, but for now I'm going to stick that down. These can all get pushed down, and I'm just going to hold this for a little while. And I mean, I cannot believe how cute this is. Okay, I mean, blown away. And like I said, if I can take a little tag and kind of tuck it in here somewhere, it is a very small tag. I'll do that, but you know what, maybe I'll put a little weight on this. Just need something to hold that center down so that the glue will stay. And let's see if we should cut one of these little guys out. I don't know, any one of these would look great. Maybe this guy. And I'm just cutting around those lines very carefully. Straight across. And then just like the little doot doot. And if you want to put a little twine and all that, you can definitely do that, but you know, it's already a bow, so I don't know that the bow needs twine. I was just thinking about, you know, you can even cut the little hole out if you want. I was just going to add it in. I mean, how cute, you guys. I don't know where. Here, up there. No, that doesn't look right. I don't know that I can add this. Let's see here. No. Up in there would be the cutest part. Sure, let's go ahead and add it. I'm going to put a little bit different dimensional though, just a little bit lower dimensional on that one. That's cute. Okay. I do want it to look like a tag, so I want the little tag bit to show. You know where we cut that little accent there. Cute. Okay. So I'm holding that down, then there we go. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, oh my goodness, how pretty is that? A little cleanup to do with some little glue that got away from me, but I will do that. I'm hoping this stays down for now because again, it's just not porous, so it takes a while for that glue to set up. I think, I mean, you know, Noelle, I think No Peeking is probably the cutest one to put on here, so I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp it with some black ink on white paper. I think it would also look really cute if you did like gold, right? I have this pearlescent paper, but pearlescent paper sometimes doesn't want to take ink very well. So I'm just going to stamp that again on white paper. I'll be right back. It has to be gold, doesn't it? So, okay, I'm going to take an embossing buddy and I'm just going to freehand this as far as the stamping part. Let's see. I thought adding in black, I like the stark look of that, but at the same time we did so much gold, like why don't we just do gold, right? So just taking a gold pigment ink. And really, obviously, you want a nice stamping, but you see how you can barely even see that. All you want is the stickiness of that ink. So I'm just going to take some gold Spellbinders embossing powder. Make sure that gets on that G. I know I missed a little spot there. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to heat set that. And I'll be right back. Okay, I usually like to let that cool off completely before I die cut that. Looks like I can see right in there really well. So yeah, I'm just going to tape down my die. And I always tape towards the outside of the die so you don't end up peeling off your embossing. And I'll be right back. No peeking, super cute. And I mean, you can pop that wherever you want. I think I'm going to put on some dimensionals, just a little bit, so it shows up a little better. So I will be right back. So I just put some little dimensionals on that. So the font on this is kind of like here and there and up and down, so I'm like, what is straight? What would you consider straight? I think that's pretty good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope that gave you a quick idea of how to put this together without any of the stitching, just using those dies to make an awesome bow. Super cute. So thanks for watching guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.